So we, joined hands with Axind way back in 2013. At that time, my company, my startup was about 3 years old and doing sales of about $1.5 million. So it's relatively small team, relatively small setup. And some of the things that we were suffering from at that time was, having completely disorganized warehouse management software, having no integration with our finance software. Even our billing and post delivery order follow-ups were out of the system. So there was a lot of disconnected pieces in the business which were affecting both our scalability as well as efficiency at the current levels. I mean, in one word, it's tremendous. But if I were to elaborate, I'd start first with inventory management. Our shrinkage is less than 0.1% a year, which is far better than industry standards. We are able to do both B2C and B2B orders out of a 6,000 square feet warehouse, equal to and perhaps better in terms of efficiency than somebody running a similar setup out of a 10 times bigger warehouse. So that's because the whole algo that we have jointly developed in Axind is geared towards speed and agility, which is difficult to find in other warehouse solutions. On the side of inventory reconciliations, we have automated inventory reconciliation. Every time we ship out a product, we know who it's sent to. The moment a return happens, it's automatically reconciled against the billed invoice against which we had shipped. This is again ahead of its time. We had installed this feature in Axind about 3 years ago. And this became the mainstay and main issue for various GST reconciliations once GST regime was activated in India. So, Axind, this is a classic case of thinking ahead, thinking before the need arises, so that when actually things are scaling, we don't have to worry about these ground level realities. So that's another area. Apart from this, our Axind is completely integrated with finance now. So that means any entries that we post on the solution here has a real-time impact on our books and vice versa. So this allows for our MIS reporting to be on time. It also allows for visibility of our performance as a company in real time. At this current time, as we speak, we've also integrated now Axind data with Microsoft Power BI. So we also have a very sharp BI tool, which is the new way of sort of running a business. And it relies more on real-time data. So again, these are all areas where Axind has made an immeasurable impact on the business. Yeah, absolutely. We've had a relationship that's 8 years long, and it started with a narrow problem statement that's evolved to a company level. And just to cap it up, we are 10 times bigger company now than we were when we first started with that. If you're in a 5, 7, 10-year commitment, you know that the software will evolve to meet the challenges of your business. That, in my opinion, is the largest strength that Axind has. They're very agile, very versatile. They will hear you as a customer. They will understand your pain points and obviously address them in the most logical fashion. I think that whole thing, along with the software package also having great UI, UX, it's very intuitive. I mean, first year or so, I had hardly any training videos in Axind, and I knew everything inside out. It's just because it's so intuitively laid out. I mean, I've evaluated a lot of solutions. So when you talk about reporting or proposing one ERP over the other, you have to look at the pros and cons. Apart from this, there aren't that many integrated solutions. Like I said, there isn't a very good warehouse management solution out there in the market. People have made proprietary solutions for their own, problem statements. But Axind is beyond that. It's evolved to a point where, it sort of checks all the major areas of inventory management. And that, for my business, has been the most critical aspect, I think, as we have grown. So for those reasons, I would definitely urge, if you've not considered, to consider Axind in a very serious way. And it beats SAP and Navision hands down, with no questions asked.